lot of coffee.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome to Take the Points,
a true underdog podcast.
Didn't know we were live. Thanks.
I'll
Do
leave
it
it
live.
Got me
Just do it
slamming
live.
Americano over here live.
in. Leaving
That's
it
okay.
in.
We're
How are you
back.
guys?
It's okay.
How are you doing?
We're back.
Great.
Horrible.
And I'm probably like in the middle, but I'm doing pretty well. I was leaning horrible last night. About 15 hours ago, I was feeling horrible.
At Griffin Claw.
At Griffin Claw. So low.
Alone.
I asked you guys
Alone.
to come way too late, but Robbie was
Kind
like,
of a
no,
late-
I'm...
Yeah,
You didn't ask us to come at all. You just basically told us that you were there.
I had gotten there
alone.
like 10 minutes before that.
Oh,
And
okay.
Robbie was like, I'm in bed.
I was.
Yes. It was, and it was at like, this was at like 9:08.
Yeah, but it's Sunday
Yes.
Night Football.
No, I'm just saying Robbie was in bed at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he said it like he had already been in bed for some time.
For a while. He started the game in bed, for sure.
It wasn't, hey, just got into bed. It was, no, dude, I'm here and I've established a foundation.
100%.
What time do you
fine.
get in those sheets, Robbie? 7:15?
Probably 8:30.
8:30? Wow. You dog.
Okay. Well,
Because that way when the game's going crappy, I just shut the light off, turn the TV off. We're sleeping. We're in bed.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I don't think
Okay.
you really did that until super late last night. So, but I did that as well. Maybe like, I don't know, like 5 minutes to go in the game, 6 minutes to go in the game. I called it quits because it was clear it was not happening. Even
You
though
just tucked yourself in at Griffin Claw?
no,
slept there?
I went home at halftime. I went home at halftime because the vibes were sad, and the game was
I've had
super boring. It was hard to watch.
That was a boring game. A good defensive game, but
But I
which
want
I liked, but
I want to hear Robbie walk us through his thoughts and emotions through of the game because I feel like he's got some things to relieve himself of.
yeah, relieve yourself.
I like relieving myself.
Do it.
Listen, if we would have been doing this pod last night at Wilson when we were texting back and forth, I think my thoughts would have been different than what they are today. The reality is, this entire game last night, I got to admit, of all the games I've watched with the Lions in the past like 2.5 years, last night was one of the worst performances that I've seen across the board. Outside of the defense is how I'm feeling. I don't think the season's over. I don't think Lions are some horrible team. I just think the reality is that last night was exactly what it was we got beat by a team that I don't actually think is that good. And I think the name of this podcast, I will forever go down in history saying it. Like, last night is a game that, as much as I love Dan Campbell and his Dan Gamble and letting it ride, I don't think our coach put us in the best position to win last night, and I can confidently say that. Still love Dan Campbell, still think he's our guy, don't think he should be fired. I just think that's a coach that you could tell last night he was just got out of his ways, was gambling too much, didn't realize the pulse of the game, and it just got away from us, and we never, ever recovered from it. So that's why I'm just frustrated, because I think we had the potential to be the better team, but I just don't think we're that. I think we're good. I don't think we're a great team, and I don't think Campbell coached like a great coach last night. That's my takeaway.
I have similar sentiments, but I'm curious when you say that you think that he gambled too much. Are there specific instances, or do you think just in general, like in a game where it's 16-9 is the final score, you think that we shouldn't go for it as much on fourth down, or what are you thinking there?
I've said this before too, and I strongly believe that whether it's going for fourth down, I think we were 0 for 5. He had a fake punt, obviously, which just did not go well. That should have been called off right away. Philadelphia's defense they didn't even take off their D-line. They were still on the field, so like on the fourth down. But we never consider the opposite effect of when you go for something and you don't get it. Not only do you not get it, but you put the other team in a great position. It's like this reverse momentum, if you want to call it that. And I don't think Dan Campbell understands. Like, it's not just that you didn't get it. Like, it's not just that we didn't get those fourth downs. Only 2 of them we could have scored points on. So one of them we were at the 6-yard line or whatever. Like, of course he's going to go for that. It just, it just felt like early on in the game, like it was going to be a low scoring game and points were going to be at a premium. And it just reminded me of that NFC title game of like, we end up losing that game, last night by 7 points. That's 2 field goals in J-Mo not being a jackass and the game is tied. Like, take it what it is. I think his gambling, sometimes he's got to be able to pull off of that and see the game. Otherwise, like, we're just going for it on every 4th down, no matter what. And that just can't always be the case.
It just is too predictable. It's too predictable.
Yeah, it's like this mantra. And I know, Steve, I know what you're about to say. You're about to be like, this is what got us here and all that bullshit, which I agree with you in that's who we are. It doesn't mean you can't change. Like, imagine if that was a playoff game and that happened last night. You'd be fucking furious.
I wouldn't say change, Robbie. I'd say adapt.
Great word. I wouldn't even be furious. This is all in we all have the benefit of hindsight right now, right? Like in a game where 2 total touchdowns were scored, right? The Phillies scored 1, we scored 1. At 4th and 4, which 4th and goal from the 4-yard line, you go for that every time. That's how Dan Campbell operates, right?
Okay.
Now some of those 4th downs, I get it. You probably shouldn't have gone for, but the way your defense was playing, you had to extend drives. Jared Goff and that offense looked shit last night. The offensive line was garbage. That's not a Dan Campbell problem. Honestly, it's a Brad Holmes problem. There's no depth. Frank Ragnow retired. You lost Zeitler, and then you have an injury on the interior O line, and you don't address it in the trade deadline. That's probably the biggest factor of why we lost this game. If you could establish a running game like we did earlier this year and years prior, right? If you could do that, you probably would have scored 1 more touchdown or been in a better position or extended one of those drives to kick a field goal, right? You cannot leave the defense out there for 40 minutes a night and expect to win the game, right? You have to extend those drives, and I don't think that's Dan Campbell's issue at all. He did what he had to do to keep his defense sane, and it didn't work. It sucked, but that's on the offense.
By turning the ball, by giving them the ball. I just felt like we gave them free yardage last night. They were struggling just as much as we were. We have the best fucking punter in the entire league, and we still just like the fake punt call to me was just the most egregious call of the night. I think it was desperate.
The fake punt was whatever.
I'd rather have them go for
that.
it. Like, go for it, right? Like go.
Right.
And I also think Dan Campbell, to use your words, Wilson, of adapt. And this is going to sound like I'm shitting on Campbell, which I'm not. But it's like we don't have the offensive line that we've had in years past. So Wilson, to your point of adapting, when we used to go for it on the 3rd and 7 and just run it up the gut and get 6 yards, like we don't have that offensive line anymore. Like the 4th and 1s are not at all like a cakewalk. Like we're just going to line up over Frank and just get the first down. And that's where I'm like, we got to be able to, like, when it's raining outside, you put on a raincoat and grab an umbrella, right? Like that's what the fuck you do. Like Campbell in a game like that, like we got to be able to adapt to the situation. And I don't feel like he's great in that. If you guys heard his post game, which I understand, he's like, that's just who we are. Like we were 1 or 2 plays away from winning that game. It's like anybody can say that every game. Like, of course you were. That's football, though. You got to make those plays, and they didn't.
But not really, though. I mean, you were in that game because of the defense. And the defense was gassed out on that field because you couldn't extend drives. 3 and out over and over again.
Oh, I agree.
Jared Goff getting his dick kicked every time he had the ball.
So Steve, wouldn't you say though? Then maybe it's okay to get our offense off with some points, knowing it was going to be at a premium at some point. Like at some point,
when was the only chance to get points? That was the play. You're talking 4th down at the goal line.
No, there was another one.
Yeah, there was another one.
Was there another one?
Yeah.
It would have been a longer field goal, but it was.
Yeah.
Well, again, taking into consideration that wind, Bates already missed one.
Which that was a horrible fucking kick because J-Mo's a dumbass. Don't even.
First of all, fuck the league for making. You can line up and you can have 11 guys sit down and play duck, duck, goose, but J-Mo can't hug the fucking goalpost. Get the fuck out of here with that penalty.
He's got to know the rules.
Get the fuck out of here with that penalty.
He's got to know the rules.
It's no fun league because Calvin Johnson used to tip the goalpost when he dunked on it.
I want to go 60 in a fucking 45, but I can't, or I get a ticket. Like he's got to fucking know the rules.
You can do that.
And he was over there smiling on the bench last night, and I literally was like, he's over there just gabbing it up with St. Brown, laughing his ass off when we're fucking 15 yards away. Ugh. It's just I just feel like we shot ourselves
and then it
in
went
the
back
foot.
to him, and he was saying, "That's my fault. That's my fault."
Yeah, it just feels like don't you guys feel like we shot ourselves in the foot with that game? Like a lot of
Yes.
our
I
mistakes were our own mistakes.
I don't
That's
feel.
what kills
I
me.
don't feel like we shot ourselves in the foot. I feel like the offensive line is no longer our strength.
Yeah,
and
I think we got to stop there
is-
for a second because, like you said it, Steve, that Brad Holmes, you would put it on him. Like, didn't we know that this was a problem before the trade deadline? Did we not?
Before the season.
Before
When Frank-
but then even
when
more
Frank
so
retired.
when guys started getting injured too on the line, they're banged up. Like you got guys playing through injuries. There's a depth problem that we knew about and could have done something about. And they said, the guys who are available, like maybe they just weren't worth trading the assets for. But doesn't this game show why it would have been worth it to get a couple guys, even if they weren't top guys? Like, just have some other guys to throw out there.
If you're going to trade for another guy like what's his nuts who was filling in at left guard when he wasn't making an impact anyway, then I get that. Like, there was no one who was going to come in and be a starter.
Dan Campbell even said,
maybe.
though, are they better than these guys that we're going to have out there? A couple of them, yeah, maybe, but is it worth it enough?
Yeah, sure. I get that to a point, but at the end of the day, I just think we have to look at this team in the sense that everything that we've built our success upon in the last 2 seasons was having dominance up front and a powerful run game, and that's not there anymore. So yeah, to your point, we do have to adapt, and I don't to be honest, when you build your whole team and your whole offense around that, it's kind of hard to adapt 11 games into the season. So, it is that next man up mentality and just grind through it, get better, learn how to figure shit out and try, because you can't, what can you do right now? You can't, unless Frank Ragnow calls you and says, hey, you know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm coming back.
But you guys do know that we had more offensive yards. Like, we had more total yards than the Eagles last night. So what? It's not that we couldn't move the ball as much as them. This is where I think Robbie's point does make sense. I know there's a lot of different situations that can happen in the game that make it so that the amount of yards that you need to get on offense can be different. Like you could win the game having 100 less yards than the other team, which is kind of almost what happened here. But it makes me think that some of the tactical piece of it, field position, we had more yards than them and we still lost the game by a touchdown. So
yeah. Well, we were going for it on 4th down, giving them good field position.
And so that's where it comes down to just the strategy of adapting. You gotta think through that.
It just felt for the first time in a long time. It's also fair to say we miss Ben Johnson. Look at the Chicago offense. That's what we used to have. Motion at the line. It is what it is. That's a reality. If I look at every, what can a coach control if I look at last night? That's where I'm like, Steve, I'm not saying it was the whole reason that we lost, but we didn't do ourselves any favors, right? The 0 for 5, the not taking the timeouts at the end of the first half, even, right? To punting the ball away. I get it with 5 minutes left. I understand, at that point you're calling it, but then you end up scoring and then you have a chance to come back. It just felt very inconsistent to me. And I don't know, maybe it's the Campbell's calling the plays now too. Our defense stepped up too. I actually feel look at all the guys we had in there last night. I was reading a stat today about Rocky Yassin. He had one of the best coverage grades of a corner all year.
Worst pass interference call I've ever seen in my life.
It was brutal
at the end of the game.
And
not that would have changed the outcome, but come the fuck on, NFL.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
Right. That was, and the fact that we even had a chance potentially at the end is great. It just felt inconsistent to me, and it's I fucking love MCDC. This will continue to kill me. It killed me when we were in San Francisco. Wilson, when we first did our pod, I came back, and that's the name of this pod, right? Literally was take the points. And I know field goals aren't going to win you games, but sometimes, damn it, they're going to keep you in it. I would have been okay last night to take 3, maybe one time, or at least punt the ball. Screw the going up for 4th. Maybe the field goal isn't even the thing. Steve, to your point, your defense is playing sick. Fucking punt the ball then. Pin them deep. play the field possession game. It just
Yeah,
didn't feel
sure.
like we did that. I don't know. It felt
Yeah,
like
I
we were
mean,
playing
sure.
like a team that was 0-12, and like we were way outmatched. Like we're just as good as that team.
I think we are as good as that team, and I think it. Like we're talking about losing 16-9 versus 16-12 at this point, right? Just because
No, I know.
the problem was we couldn't find the end zone, and that's
It's probably not about the field goal. You're right. It's actually probably less about the field goal. I should reframe that. It's more about the refusal to think maybe I shouldn't go for it here because there's a positive negative momentum to this is where I'm like, Dan, you gotta realize like you're in a dog fight here. Like
yeah, but that's
it's gonna matter.
Yeah, that's buyer's remorse, dude. Like you're gonna have that every time. And think about it the other way. If you would have converted, sorry, Wilson, if you would have converted one of those fourth downs and hit that touchdown from fourth and 4 or whatever it is in the 4 yard line, take that one out and then you hit one other fourth down, right? You would have won that game. Like we would have won that game.
I don't know.
So like you can't dog the guy for going for that.
But that's if and buts. That's like
so is yours though.
Right, but if you look at what happened, all I know is what we actually did, and what we did didn't work. So my argument has a way because we know what the outcome is for what he did.
Well, the outcome would have been 6 more points and field goals. We still would have lost.
You don't know that. You don't know what the game would have been. Maybe Eagles feel a little more pressure.
So same as mine though. That's the same as mine.
Because what you did happened, Steve. Like we already know what happened. We don't know what happened in my scenario. You already know what happened. They lost.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
We're speaking in hypotheticals.
I love
here.
this, guys.
We don't know what could have happened. It's not about the field goals, damn it. It's about the going for it all the time, no matter what. Like sometimes it's okay to punt.
You're hypothetically a boner. How about that?
That's fine.
I think that another piece of like if you just don't go for it every single time, now you got them guessing a little bit. I don't know. I think we're easier to game plan for because they know we're just gonna always go for it. I think if you are gonna ever do like fake punt and things like that, like it's too predictable in our current situation. So I don't know. I just think some adaptation would make us less predictable and smarter decision making and better field position, like gaming wise.
That's a good point.
The other thing I want to say is, or I just want to ask is, how do you guys think Morton feels today? How is he? Is he upset that we lost?
Vindicated?
Or is he glad that we lost?
Yeah, is there a little bit of a "told you so" feeling to him?
For sure.
I think
He's
so.
also, yeah.
Whatever. His house is still probably getting ready to be listed here. So
Yeah.
The reality is, right, you probably always hit on one coordinator and not on the other. Like, look at the Eagles. They had to fire their two like, Calvin Shepard is a fucking dog. That dude is he's a stud.
Yes.
He may not even be here next year. Who knows? It's like they missed on the OC hire. They were never going to replace Ben Johnson. Like, it was going to take time. It just was never.
And this offense doesn't have an identity now, too. I think that's a big piece of it, right? There's no identity to this offense, and that's probably my biggest issue right now.
Steve, I agree with you on the Brad Holmes situation. Like, if we look at, again, it sounds like we're saying the house is burning down. Like,
no,
this team
it's not.
is still, it's like, I think it's the first time in 2.5 years, outside of the injuries last year, where we can look at this team and just say, they might not be as good as we thought. And there's no injury coming back that's going to there's Kevin Zeitler's not running out of the tunnel, right? Frank Ragnall's not coming. The reality is they got caught a bit with their pants down in this situation with Frank hanging them up, and you have Graham is Graham. He's not a great center. He's okay. He's not good. I think I saw PFF, he's ranked like 24th out of 32 centers. Like, that's about what he is. And then you have two interior rookie guys in the middle of your line, and look where they're getting pressure. It's all up the gut. It's like, and Goff just looks like he's got shaky feet, and that was the worst I've seen him play last night in a long time. He just did not look.
Yeah,
he just didn't look good.
And he was getting mowed down from that defensive line every time he got the snap. It got sad to watch after a while.
But I agree that the house is not burning down. I mean, we're 6-4. We said it before this season started. We had a tough schedule this year, and we've played a hard schedule, and it's not like it's going to get that much easier. We're going to have a hard schedule. Any NFL team is they could beat you any day, but the ones that we've been playing and losing to are ones that you kind of expect it to be a fight in a game, You don't go into those like a game against the Eagles thinking, "Oh, we're going to win for sure." Like I don't think any of us did. We were underdogs going into the game. Like we have not bad losses, and I still feel like we could catch our stride at the right time, gain some momentum. I still feel optimistic.
Sure. That's what it's all about.
So,
yeah, 100%. I mean, if you would have told us, think about this too. If yesterday during the day, if I'd have said, "Hey, the Eagles are only going to score 16 points," I'd have been like, "That's great. Like that's awesome."
And if you had told me we're going to lose by a touchdown, I'd be like, "I'm not that surprised." Honestly,
exactly right. It's just the way it looked was just ugly and sad, and it's just like not what we expected. And I think that's the worst part. But yeah, we got to rip together. I think. What we say before the season, like an 11-win team, get in as one of the wild cards, or maybe that last division winner. Like that might be the reality, man, and it's fine. We just got to your point, Wilson. If everyone can get healthy and we can come back a little bit, tight end. Why can't I think of his name? Sam Laporta, IR. Like that sucks too. And Chris Collinsworth last night's talking all this shit about how the Eagles are decimated with injuries. It's like, get their balls out of your mouth, dude, and think about the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule right now. I mean, we still got to play the Packers. We still got to play the Rams, the Steelers. We got to play the Bears, Vikings again, which will be one of the easier ones we have. And we
Giants
obviously didn't have an easy
next week.
We got the Giants. That'll be probably our easiest game left in the season. Hopefully,
they're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to win some. Like this is. It's something we haven't felt. We felt it our entire lives of us sucking. Then we've been good for like 3 years, and now we're in that point of like shit. There's some cracks in the foundation. Is just the reality. Like this offensive line in this offseason is just going to need a complete revamping.
Yeah,
there's just no.
But and that's fine too, and I think that's why. Look at the last this offseason and look at the last few years where we've asked Brad to make trades and he didn't give up assets because he knows he's probably going to have to retool through the draft. I mean,
this is the year to do it.
Right.
I better see fucking Isaac Tesla better be catching balls for fucking 3 third-round picks. Gonna need to see something, especially now. There's no Sammy Laporta. Yeah. There's Amon-Ra or bust, and J-Mo, like Khalif Raymond ain't cutting it. We're gonna need to see Mr.
Amon-Ra didn't look good last night either. He dropped like 3 balls.
Yeah, he had 2 receptions on 12 targets.
Steve, who was saying he had the most drops in the league? I looked up; he's like 4th in the league in drops this year.
Is he?
Crazy.
Oh God!
I know.
That is
drops is a weird thing.
I wish I would have never knew that.
Yeah, how much of it was in this? Anyways, we will see what happens. Wilson, I know you got to jump a little bit. Do we need to talk some Stones?
We need to talk Stones because we got to change up the energy here because we're going to talk about something super positive right now. And Steve, I need you to hit me with the Detroit basketball.
I was not expecting.
I need this because I have a feeling that something's going to happen here, and I need to hear this.
Come on.
No, I want you to say it. I want you to say it, not. I love that, but I want it to come from your mouth.
Detroit basketball.
Did you hear that little wobble in there, Robbie? Yeah. You got some auto-tune effect on your voice right now, and I've been hearing it as you've been
talking. I hit that electric button. Wilson, you told me that it didn't do anything.
I didn't hear it earlier.
I'm over here sounding like fucking T-Pain the whole podcast.
Yes, dude. Yes, it's like it's kind of subtle. But there's a few points where you were saying things. I don't know if you caught this, Robbie, and I was like, his voice is definitely auto-tuned right now.
I'm leaving it on.
I thought it was great. I think the quality went up.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good. Okay, well, let's talk about...
We'll record our first track.
Come on over, dude. Come on over. Let's do it.
I'm going to put us on blast real quick. We're coming over to Wilson's house for a live podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Make everyone hold us accountable, please.
Right here. We'll do it.
I will hold you accountable because I want to do that very badly.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm sleeping over. That's what I'm saying.
I might have to.
You're welcome to.
I'm going to have 6 white Russians at your house.
I welcome that. That sounds fun. Okay, let's talk about the Pistons. You guys, I am jacked up. Like, I get excited when the Lions are good, of course, as we all do. But the Pistons being good just feels so different to me. Number one, I was a Pistons fan for probably 10 or 12 years before I ever cared about the Lions. And number two, it's just been so long since they've been, like, as good as they are right now, or as good of a start that they've had. It's been, like, almost 20 years since they've had a start like this. and we're kind of used to it a little bit now with the Lions for the last few years. So this Pistons season is starting to feel. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's starting to feel like it could be special in the terms of like, we haven't won a playoff series still since, what was it, 2008 or 2009 or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Like since before Chauncey was gambling.
Yes, since before Chauncey was gambling.
He's locked up.
And it feels like that this is the year that is not only possible, but expected. How are you guys feeling?
I feel good.
Same.
Cade's really fucking good. He's really, really,
yes.
really fucking good.
He is
really good. He got his own shoe deal.
I saw that.
The sixth active player to have one.
Did you see the
That's
other
huge.
dudes? It's like superstar galore, man.
Well, he's a star.
He is
he's
a
star player.
He's
a stud.
So good.
I mean, I was looking earlier today at his season stats, and I know we're only through 13 games, but the dude is averaging like 28 points and 10 assists, like averaging a double-double with assists and almost 30 points a game. Like,
On a team that's 10-2?
Well, yeah, the biggest thing is how often he's getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. Like, he has no room, and he's still just unstoppable.
Yeah. And dude, Wilson, what I love about this Pistons team right now is this second unit looks sharp.
Yes.
Guys like Dennis Jenkins.
Boy.
I love him.
He's
right?
great.
Like, Ron Holland's looking he's just taking steps forward. No Tobias the other day. We had no Tobias, no Cade, no Asar, no Beef Stew.
I mean, we had no Duran.
No Duran, and we still won, like, handedly. It was...
B-ball Paul, bro.
B-ball Paul, that's what I mean. Like, these guys just...
I mean...
When everyone's healthy, this is going to be a really fun team and a really hard team to beat.
Yeah, that's got to give those guys so much confidence, like those bench players, to go in and be like, yeah, we got it done. Like, now it feels like when they're coming off of the bench, it's a guy that you can trust in a way different way. Even though those guys have all proven it before in their basketball career at some point, like, to do it on this team this season is a different thing. For other than Dennis Jenkins, he's never proven it before. But like Paul Reed, he's a known like commodity as a bench player in the league. Like, you'd expect him to be able to come in and contribute. Same thing with like Karis LeVert. He's come in and been great. You'd expect that. But like, dude, Dennis Jenkins out of nowhere, 55% from three, basically.
Javonte Green.
Green. He's also a veteran though, but he's never had a big role.
What is happening here?
It's crazy.
Here's the real question. Do you think we're like, I was listening to Bill Simmons the other day. I love Bill Simmons talking hoops. And they were talking about, I think he had Tim Legler was on. Legs, great nickname. They were talking about, they had like a good 15-minute section on the Pistons, and they were talking about how interesting it'll be, how wrong they were with some of the offseason acquisitions, like Duncan Robinson, what a great move that was, Karis LeVert. They added a lot of these movable contracts. But like the biggest thing he noted was Jalen Duren. Him and Legs both said like that guy's just taken a step forward. Like, he is a 2010 guy now, like 2020, like every night he's doing that. And like when he can, because we said this earlier in the year, right? Like, in terms of restricted free agents, he was the guy that we said, okay, what do you do with a guy like him? He keeps playing like this. He's going to walk himself into a massive contract.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Especially
I try to lock him up now.
I would
try to lock him up now.
I mean, somebody said recently, one of you two, I can't remember who, on the pod, like, he's not a top 10 center in the league. And I was like, yes, he is. He is a top 10 center in the league.
Guilty as charged.
That's probably me too.
Yeah.
I said he has no offensive game. That's why.
He's not. He can't shoot, but man, is he just a dominant presence inside? And he's got like the pick and roll working with Cade.
That's the thing.
Yeah, he's a really good. I think he's top 10 now for sure.
It's the way he knows how to get like high ball screen or to just step up to the free throw line and like make a quick cut up and cut back right back to the basket, and it works like 90% of the time. Where he's either available for a lob, or even if Cade's going to do a little floater, he's right there for a putback. Like, they just have such great chemistry and IQ on how to work that two-man game. It's phenomenal. I will eat my words when I said earlier in the season that I don't think we did enough in the offseason. I was like, Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson feel like a downgrade a little bit from Tim Hardaway and Malik Beasley. But they haven't been. I mean, like, both of those guys have done exactly what we've needed them to do. Duncan's been amazing from three, and he's done more than just that, too. Like, he's an all-around scorer. Karis LeVert can be a ball handler and a shot creator in a way that Beasley and Hardaway really weren't. So, I mean, I see those guys taking a step forward. But to your point about Duren, I actually was thinking to myself before this little run where, you know, we've had our main guys kind of out and these, I don't want to call them outcasts, but just like unexpected guys have been really stepping up. I was thinking, what is the real impact difference for the Pistons this season? And it really is our guys like Asar took a huge step. Duren took a massive step. Cade has even taken a step. Like, even though he was already an all-star last year, he's taken another step this year to superstar, like especially with his assists. Like he could already score like basically whenever he wanted to, but the way he controls the game, it's even better this year.
It's like his slow, methodical way now is like it's like it was like too slow before. Now it's like instead of being slow, now it looks methodical in a weird way.
Slow. It's like your golf swing, man. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Yeah, that's exactly like that's
how he plays.
That's exactly what it is. And with our roster too. Like, we have all these movable assets. Like, again, Simmons was saying, too, like, we're going to be one of the most active teams. Like, if this team wants to push and go get a Lauri Markkanen or whoever it is, like, they're going to have the assets to do it. They got guys on cheap contracts. They're all movable. Like, if he, you know, if Trajan really wants to push his chips and if he feels like we're in a good spot, it's like, and I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do it. It's just, like, they're going to have a chance to add big time at the deadline, and they are going to have a shit ton of assets to do it. I'm not saying that they will, but it's going to be there for them to make the move. Do you guys, like, buy in that this would be the time to say, hey, go – like, would you be willing to give up a Ron Holland first and a Tobias and maybe 2 firsts and swaps to go get a Markkanen? Like, would you be willing to part with that? Because that's probably what it's going to cost, you know?
I would.
I would be hesitant. I want to hear why you would, Steve.
Well, the only thing I'd be hesitant about is Ron Holland. I think Tobias Harris expiring deal, that's a really good piece for a trade partner. We have all of our picks for the future. You look around the league, none of these teams have their own picks because they've been trading, right? So you can absolutely move a couple of your picks. And Ron Holland, I love Ron Holland, but like you mentioned it, Wilson, it's Cade, Duren, and Asar, I think, are like the core guys on this team. And if you add one more star around them, like, there we go. I think that takes us to the next level.
Someone's asking for Asar or Ron Holland. If you could trade for anybody that's worth the shit, they're going to ask for one of those two guys.
I mean, Ivy still has value too, but he's going to be a restricted free agent, so there's not a ton of value there like there was.
It'd be nice to get him back, get him moving, get his stats up, and then be like, let's inflate the the value here, and then shed him. You know,
that's where I was going to go. Like, I would be hesitant to move both Ron Holland and Tobias. I know Tobias is an expiring contract, and so he's not probably going to be a big part of our future or really a part of our future at all. However, he is a great player for us to have this year. Sometimes I think I have to like take a step back though for myself and think Pistons are they're not going to win a championship this year. Like, I know we're 11-2, but we're not going to win the championship. But we could contend in the East. And Tobias makes us a lot more of a contender. Just honestly, he's a really, really solid all-around veteran. I don't think he gets enough credit for like just his ability to, if he needs to, if Cade's for whatever reason in a slump or something, Tobias can go out there and get 20, plays great D, he's big body, and he's a good veteran. So I don't know that it makes us that much better this year to get rid of him and Ron Holland. For Lauri Markkanen's a great player. But I think we get worse on the defensive side of the ball if we make that move. And so I'd be a little hesitant. But I would love to trade Jaden Ivey if he could get back, have some value, pair him with, maybe we do him and Tobias, like if we have to add somebody else in a first-round pick.
That ain't getting you Markkanen though,
no.
Man. Like, you know how it's going to be.
Not getting Markkanen.
Like, and I'm okay.
So then, Wilson, I'd ask you this, like, who is a guy, like, well, we can do Pistons trade talk in February, but like, who's a guy on your radar that you think, okay, if we bring this guy in instead of the players
Yeah.
that we have now, who is that guy that helps take us to the next level?
For me, it's still somebody in that Markkanen realm, but maybe like a Franz Wagner. Maybe you could try to find a way to get that guy. We'd be literally like
Magic suck too.
I know the Magic.
How about Trey Murphy? Could be great
Yes.
from New Orleans.
Trey
too.
Murphy would be great.
That would be
yes.
awesome. I'd even look at like if we're gonna trade young guys, I'd even look at like I wanted him in the draft when we got Ron Holland. Like I would still trade Ron Holland for Buzelis and the Bulls. I think he is a Franz Wagner type player.
That's your dude.
He's
That is your guy.
he's my guy, dude. I would go get him or somebody like that that has that skill set. It's not going to be Lauri Markkanen, who's he's an all-star, but I think it would be a beneficial move for us now and in the future to get a guy like that.
It's fun that we're going to be in a position to even like have that conversation of like this could take us from a 3 seed to a 1 seed or a 2 seed.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yep.
and you want a guy that's under control. But again, how many times have we had this in these deadlines? Like this just keeps happening where we're like right there we could make a move. Trajan I think is like the best position to actually make a move and like have it have like dramatic impacts on the future. Like look at what Dennis Schroeder did last year. Schroeder, whatever the hell. He was
Yes.
I mean, that was such a huge ad. You know what I mean? And he was like you add a little bit to this team. Now, if Jenkins ends up being a stud too, like you're just loaded. Like right now, everything's flying high. Like keep on winning, keep on playing. Like let's get to middle of December still with this record, like still be playing the way that we are. And like that means, okay, we've shown a good solid month and a half of the season. I think we'll all feel a lot better about it too. That's not just a flash in the pan,
I agree, and I don't think we're going to trade Tobias. I'm going to make a bold prediction that we keep him through his contract because, like, I just don't think he's going to add enough value to a trade. The only way is if we have to make the dollars work in some way.
Yeah,
That'd be
he's
the
huge.
only way.
Yeah.
But I think we want him from also like if you see him on the sideline on these games he's been sitting out, dude is bought in. Dude is excited to be here and is like a good add to this current momentum and vibe that we have going.
Yeah, I'd even bring him back too after his contract's up. Talk about like way in the future next year, this summer, sign him to a team friendly deal and be like, dude, you can finish out here.
I would too.
He's made $320 million in his career. He's fucking good. Give him a 2-year, $30 million deal with some opt outs. If you give him the Duncan Robinson deal,
He has
Duncan's
almost
got
half as
nothing
much
here.
money as Robbie.
Yeah, right. Fuck. I wish, bro. Go
yeah.
Pistons.
Go
Fuck
Pistons.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun talk. It's fun having a good it's fun having a good basketball team, baseball team. Like Red Wings, saying what they will, they're at least hanging in there. And the top Lions, like this is what it should be. we're big
Yeah,
fucking
it's fun.
time
It's a good
sports
time.
town. We should have 4 teams that are legit.
And
Like,
you know
that's-
what? Things turned around for Detroit sports really, really big when we started Take the Points. I will say that. So
Agreed.
That's very true.
for you,
Other than the Red Wings tanking after we talked about it,
True.
other than the
Yeah, you
infamous,
guys
they're
did
the
jinx
hottest
the Red
team in the
Wings.
NHL to go on to one of the worst streaks ever.
I think that just shows that it was not of us. It would have been a worse tank without us. We could just say
it was
that.
that stupid priority or whatever the trash, whatever
Yes.
the waste thing that they had on their fucking jerseys.
Priority trash.
Yeah, that's priority waste. Like really, that's what we're putting on our jerseys. Fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Worst.
Pretty,
The worst.
pretty terrible.
Stones are on tonight, right?
Stones are on
I think
tonight.
they got Washington.
Yep.
No, we got Indiana, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Indiana. Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. What they've only won like 1 or 2 games.
One game.
haven't they?
Yeah, they're going to be the worst team in the NBA all season.
It'd be
Yeah,
nice
they got
to
to
get
get a
some-
great draft pick to pair up with Halliburton
Yes.
next year. It's going to be great for them.
Yes.
It'd be nice to get some wins under the belt now, like really get some games built up. We saw with the Tigers, those last, like you get a good 4, 5, 6 game lead. Like now you just got to play 500 the rest of the year and you're in a good spot. You know what I mean? Just avoid the losing streaks and you got to give JB Bickerstaff some credit too. That guy's just
Awesome.
he's like
Awesome
Calvin
coach.
Shepard, just a dog. He's
Yeah.
just like
Stud.
I have no other way to describe him. He just
Big
is
time
like,
culture. Like the culture change here has just been incredible. You see it.
we have such good coaches really across. I mean, I don't know much. I mean, Tom McClellan, we'll see, but like Lions, Tigers, and Pistons. I don't think I'd ask for any other coach for either 3 of them right now.
Yeah.
I think they're
Same.
You could argue top 5 MCDC, top 5 for AJ Hinch, and JB's growing quickly this year. You know, he's probably a top 10 coach.
I think
maybe.
at
I
least.
don't know.
Yeah, at least.
That's pretty good. You know,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I was going to go to the game tonight because I was looking at the tickets and they're so cheap, and you could do like club level with the food and drinks. It was only like $120 for really good seats and free food and drinks. But then I was like, Cade is questionable, and we're playing like one of the worst teams. So I'm probably saying
that can get out of hand fast.
we got to go to a game.
Wilson back-to-back nights by himself last night till halftime at the bar, sitting himself club level tonight by himself.
It'd be nice to have some friends who asked me to do stuff.
Steve, notice how we still didn't get an invite for that. It was another.
Yeah, he was just like, I think I thought about going. It's like you could have asked me. I could have at least told you.
Hold on. Let me say it. If I was going to go, then I would have thrown it out there. Like if I had decided I want to go to this, I would have thrown it out there for sure.
Just the way you said that again was just so great. I was like, well, I was gonna go, but now I'm not. Thanks.
Well, I would have gone whether you guys said yes or no. That's probably why.
We just need a little bit more warning instead of like after kickoff.
Yeah, it can't be like, hey, leave now.
I fly by the seat of my pants, you guys.
You certainly
Don't you got
do.
a kid? How is this feasible? Steve doesn't fly like that.
I put him to
what's
sleep,
here?
and then I left my house.
Oh, see, you're lucky. Yeah, my kids aren't sleeping right now. My son's not sleeping.
Well,
feels like a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
He's just tough. He sleeps, but just like it takes forever. So,
as in, if you were at the bar, you would get a call from your wife that was like, the doors are locked. The locks have changed.
Yes.
Okay, I went for 90 minutes to watch a game. Come on.
No, I'm saying with the not sleeping, Wilson.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I would have been locked out.
Yeah. Well, okay. And is there anything else that we need to talk about today?
Just that Scott Boras is a dork.
Oh yeah,
like all that. Those comments were about Skubal, Detroit Doink, Scooby Dunn, Scooby size, all that stuff.
The Skubal, the Derrick. He said that Detroit wants to build a Derrick around.
He's such a chode. He's such a chode.
I forgot about that word.
Is everyone like dead on? Where are we at on Skubal? Or have we like soured? Like now, I'm starting to get annoyed. Now I'm starting to get pissed. Of like,
I think trade him.
Ride him, trade him, or sign him.
I trade him. Like it just doesn't make sense. He's going to get a big deal from one of the big market teams, and we're not going to match it. I don't think we're as far off as what Scott Boras wants anyone to believe, and especially when 2027 might be locked out. Like it doesn't make sense for us to give a 30-year-old pitcher $400 million when he might not pitch a full season in 2027 because of a lockout.
Question: a value in trading him? It clearly goes down from between now to the trade deadline next season. Does it go down that much? Do we keep him for the first half of the season? I just don't know how much.
You got to do it before. If you do it at the deadline, you get maybe one prospect that'll be up here in 2028. If you do it now, I think you can get a guy that starts the year on the big league roster.
Okay.
And not like Troy or not like Trey Sweeney or whatever his nuts is. Like you get like a dude who's pretty polished in the minors that's just like ready to come up and be a contributor, top 100 prospect.
Outfielder somewhere for somebody else. That
I know, not even like this is just a guy that like you get a top 100 prospect that's ready to be a big leaguer.
Yeah.
That a team's willing to send out in return for.
Yeah, a guy like Skubal. But it's going to be. I just think this whole thing with the Boras stuff, it feels like Skubal, like, I want to be with the Tigers. Then your agent is out there just like dicking around. It's like, don't tell me this crap on like, it's just the business. I let my agent handle it. Well, that's crap. Your agent's representing you like shit then. Like, be a man and go fucking control it. Like, don't do that of like, I let my agent handle it, and then your agent's out there talking like a moron.
I agree.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. That's weak.
Yeah,
that is
weird.
soft.
Yeah.
It's making me actually... I think they're actually doing the opposite of what they're intending. I think it's making fans pissed off. Yeah. And now instead of... Which maybe that's what Boras is trying to do, is he's like... Get the fans mad enough to trade him. I just don't think Harris is going to bite on that.
But
I don't
you know
think
what
Scott Harris gives a shit.
You know what's not going to make the fans mad is when you win a World Series.
True.
Right? When you commit to winning, and you have plenty of other ways to do it, and there's no rule that says you need a Cy Young winner to do it. Right? You can have a front line. You can have a team full of number 2 starters. Yeah. That'll get you there.
Plus, Flaherty opted in. He'll be back, and Gleyber Torres might take that deal too. He might be back. He might take that.
That would be huge. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that, but because I think we need upgrade at third base. I think we got to move Cole back to second. I think Bregman or Bo Bichette, Kyle Tucker even. I mean, if you want to spend $400 million on somebody, Like, go give it to a guy that's going to play every game. He's
saw
29 years old.
I saw Josh Naylor re-sign today with
Yep.
Seattle. I also just saw James Franklin just got hired. You guys see that?
Where?
He is
Presbyterian
at Virginia
State?
Tech. Virginia Tech.
Oh wow,
So Wilson, he's not going to Michigan State. Okay?
that's okay. I'm good with that.
Oh,
Good
quick,
chance.
real quick before we shout out to the Northwood Timberwolves hitting that D2 playoff.
Oh,
I think
nice.
for the first time ever, they finished 9-2 this year. Really great year for the Timbies, and they're going.
Nice.
They got Ferris State #1 seed on
Steve,
Saturday.
what's the relation there again? Brother-in-law?
Yeah, my brother-in-law is the DC there.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So they got a real good team.
When do they play? Do they play what's
It's
the?
Saturday. Saturday at noon, I think, at Ferris State.
Is that like is it like the first round, or how does that work? What's the?
Yeah, they have I think there's 4 super regions, and each super region gets 8 teams in. So it's like a super region playoff and like a Final Four, I believe.
That starts early. It's kind of interesting because the D1 stuff they just put. We won't have think about that. We won't have our playoff game till like January 5th. It's insane.
Well, the national championship.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
But there's still 5 more weeks of playoffs for D2,
Yeah.
so it'll be about Christmas time.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to
Yeah,
you.
it's fun. So go Timbies.
Sick. Well, this was great, guys.
Great.
Steve, I love that you left the T-Pain on the whole time. Hope people
Yeah,
enjoy
I'll do
that.
it every time.
And yes, please share the show, and we appreciate you very much. Thank you for listening to another 47 minutes of Take the Points, and we will be back very soon. We got some exciting stuff coming up, and we'll have a in-person episode soon. So,
Ooh.
yeah, like we talked about, right? Didn't we just talk
I know,
about
I'm
this?
pumped. I know, I'm
Love
pumped.
it.
So
yeah, I want
Are
it.
you going to invite us, or are you going to be like, hey, I'm doing a pod by myself?
I'll let
Yeah,
you
come
know.
over now.
I'll let you know.
Be here in 10 minutes. Okay.
Find Wilson tonight at your local watering hole. Yes, he will be there by himself waiting for someone to hang out with him.
You make me sound so cool. All right. Well, we love you all. Thank you for listening to Take the Points, and we will see you back here very, very soon on Take the Points.
A true underdog podcast.
Peace.
Bye-bye.